Which brings us then to Jerry Hairston Jr. of Spectrum Sportsnet LA. And we have him on the show right now as he's getting ready for the two-game series between the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers downtown at Chase Field. Jerry, Jimmy B, and Manooch, how are you, pal?
How we doing, Jerry?
Hey, Jerry, you got us.
You guys got me?
Yep, we got you now. Yep, you're there.
All right, good. How you guys doing?
We're doing great, pal. So we just played the Grand Slam by Mookie Betts yesterday. Man, this team, meaning the Dodgers, is just on an incredible hitting tear. How does that happen? But you're a former player. Did you just get in a zone where the baseball looked like a beach ball when it was coming to you when you were at the plate?
Well, I'm a career 260 hitter, so I didn't get in those zones very often. My zone would be like 3 days. I'm like, why can't I do this all the time? But the way Mookie Betts is swinging the bat, the way Freddie Freeman is swinging the bat, they have been on some type of tear. They have led this offense, which has really been on a tear the last couple months. And when you have those two guys leading the charge, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, that 1-2 punch at the top of the order, that really sets the tone for the entire offense. And really kind of allows those guys to kind of settle in and just do their thing. They know they don't have to do too much because you have two studs at the top doing their thing. So as a Dodger fan, it has been fun to watch. They've really, in my opinion, have exceeded expectations. I know it's the Dodgers. I get their big market team, but they lost a lot of thump in that lineup from last year's team. Losing Trey Turner, losing Justin Turner as well. J.D. Martinez has really filled in the designated hitter role. He's been incredible in the middle of the lineup. And, you know, our young guy, James Outman in center field, he has been outstanding. Leads, since the All-Star break, leads baseball in OPS. That's what kind of tear he's been on as well. So it's certainly a balanced attack as well.
You know, Jerry, it's interesting. You look at you guys win 7 out of the last 10, and I'm one of those, stat guys. I look at it. So I incorporate my Kansas State math periodically, and I look at those 7-game victories. You guys scored 59 runs in 7 games. You're looking at about 8.5 per. But you guys, I think on average, out of the 8.5 per, you're only giving up like 3 on the defensive side. So where have you seen a stretch the last several years where you've seen a team score dang near 8 runs or more and only give up like 2.5 to 3 per game in a stretch like that?
Well, the offense, certainly the last couple months, it's been there. They've been outstanding. Our pitching, if you look at what our pitching was in July, look at those numbers, especially from the starting pitching department. They were historically bad for the Dodgers. But they've made adjustments. They've gotten healthy. Julio Urias is back in the mix. Tony Gonsolin's back in the mix. And they're starting to pitch like they did last year. And when you have those two guys being solid in the rotation, and hopefully get Clayton Kershaw back, we just added Lance Lynn at the deadline. Joe Kelly's back in the mix in the bullpen. Those guys definitely provide veteran leadership, but also can eat up quality innings. And you need that, especially down the stretch. And we all know this. If you're going to win a World Series, at least get to the postseason and make a run, you have to have really good pitching, and you got to have timely hitting. And hopefully the Dodgers have found their footing, and they can really go on this tear, not just for this month, but the rest of the season.
You know, it's interesting, Jerry, you watched that game last night, and it looks, Goslin struggled a little bit, goes 6 innings, gives up 6 runs, but they leave him in there, and you just kind of alluded to it. You come in there in that 6th inning, or the 4th inning, excuse me, and you trump the 8-5, making an 8-5 lead, but you leave him in there. That's a lot of confidence to leave a guy that's given up 5 runs and who's struggling a little bit, knowing your offense is going to pick him up.
It is, but you know what? He had that one bad inning. He surrendered 5 runs in that one inning, and then before that, he was pitching well. And then right after that, you got to run him back out there. You know, you can't put your bullpen behind the 8 ball. You can't continue to run out guys. You need your starters to provide length. And I love what manager Dave Roberts did. He goes, "Hey man, we were just on 5-0 a second ago. Now we just given you the lead, 8-5. So go out there, pitch well, pitch with confidence." He was able to do that and give us length. And now heading into the Arizona series, our bullpen is well rested and ready to go. So it's good to see Tony take the ball and have effective innings after that 5-run outburst.
It's a great piece of video. I watched it several times of Freddie Freeman hitting that home run from the helmet cam, and you see the pitch coming in, and then you see him make the contact, the main portion of the barrel of the bat, and that ball just takes off like a rocket. How good is he?
He's one of the best players I've ever seen. And when I say players, he plays defense, runs the bases. He's got a career high in stolen bases. He's been outstanding and one of the best leaders I've ever seen. When we're talking bat-to-ball skills, he's as good as anybody. And he had that 10-pitch at-bat against Rich Hill. And Rich Hill, a friend of mine, I've known him for many years. He battled, and then finally on that 10th pitch, had to give in, and Freddie Freeman had a barrel for him, hit a 3-run bomb. But that's what big leaguers do. Really, that's what Hall of Famers do. Mm-hmm. They get something they can handle, and they're able to not only put it in play hard, but able to drive it out of the ballpark.
Was that from the umpire helmet cam? I mean, I watched that several times as well, Joe. I thought it was great. Was that the umpire's helmet cam?
It was the umpire's helmet hand. I was able to, able to put a camera on the umpire without him knowing it early in the day. That way, the fans can get the best look and get the big league experience. So, hitting ain't easy, is it?
No, man.
From the helmet cam, you see Freddie Freeman right there staying square and being able to drive that breaking ball over the wall. That was a really good angle.
The way you broke it down, you drove the barrel, the bottom of the bat at the classic swing, right, yes. Jerry? I mean, you just blow it, and then he gets through the ball, full extension, full swing. That ball might still be traveling, but I thought the way you broke it down and in slow motion, how it kind of, the bottom of the bat and then get through it. Classic teaching for these young guys that are hitters.
It is, and that's what usually we were taught as big leaguers. You want to go take your hands or the knob, whatever you're comfortable with, take it to the ball, and that bat head will follow. You trust it. That allows you to stay square and stay on the baseball. Now, I try to do that all the time as a hitter. Easier said than done. Yeah. Freddie Freeman has perfected that, and that's why he is who he is.
For me, it's always been trying to hit a Major League Baseball pitch is the most difficult thing in professional sports. Do you agree with that?
I completely agree. I've had friends that played in the NFL, played in the NBA. They step in the box just facing BP. They're amazed. How can you hit that? And that's just batting practice when you know what's coming.
Right.
When you have a guy on the mound, 60 feet, 6 inches, running up there on 98 to 100 miles an hour, also making it dart out of the zone with breaking ball, running it, cutting it, it truly is hard. And, as you get to that level, hitting it is not that difficult. Just hear me out. You want to make contact. Obviously, you want to make contact hard, but what makes it even more difficult is when you have guys on defense that can run it down the outfield and have incredible hands in the infield. Getting hits in the major leagues, that's the hardest thing. Not only hitting the ball, but getting hits. So when I see guys like Freddie Freeman hitting 340, I see that kid in Miami hitting 390. That is so impressive.
We'll have that debate about a quarterback standing in the pocket with the all-out blitz coming at you and getting hit by linemen 290 at 55 miles an hour. We'll have the debate when you get back here, Jerry. We'll get into that.
Why would you ever want to do that?
Because you know what? The euphoria of a touchdown pass under the blitz and hit the side adjust for a touchdown, especially against the Chicago Bears. Against the Green Bay Packers is awesome. That's the feeling right there. As far as
against the Green Bay Packers, yes. I love that.
Hey, it always seems like James Outman we always talk about him because he's always en fuego when we talk to you about this young man. 4 for 4 last night. I mean, is he like the best kept secret in all Major League Baseball? This kid is dynamo.
Well, no, he's not a secret anymore.
I know.
The leaguers know exactly who he is. I mean, he's been outstanding. I love the adjustments he's made. And talk about a guy who's an athlete. He could have been in the NFL, one of the best high school football players in the state of California. Incredible safety. He's built really now like a linebacker, but he covers ground in center field. He's got incredible power as well, and he's really starting to develop his hit tools as well. So he's been fun to watch these last couple of weeks. It really is going to be fun to watch the rest of his career.
All right, about 40 seconds left. You got Fott on the mound tonight. His ERA is over 7. What is the book on him for the Dodgers this evening?
Well, you just kind of said it right there. He's been struggling a little bit, obviously, in the strike zone. You got to make sure you hit your pitch, not his pitch. Do not chase any of his pitches off the plate. Make sure he comes to you in the strike zone. And if he doesn't give you anything to hit, don't be afraid to pass the baton. Walks are really important, especially for our lineup. We start to grind at bats out. Before you know it, 3-run homer, and we have a 5 or 6 spot on the board. So any big league pitcher is tough. They got great stuff, but you got to make sure you hit your pitch.
It's always great, pal, when you take time with us. We always appreciate you. You have a great call and have fun this couple of days.
I will. Great talking to you guys.
Thank you, Jerry. That's Jerry Hairston Jr., everybody, now with LA Sports Net, working the Dodgers television broadcast. Always fun